He Said Never by Ruth Cardello. Performed by Amelie Griffin and Rock Engel. Again? From a small table in the corner of a coffee shop in Lockton, Massachusetts, I checked the time on my phone and compared it to the clock on the wall. My date was seriously late. The kind of late that didn't leave much doubt about whether or not he was coming. I've been stood up. Again. I don't get it. We clicked. He was interested enough to ask for my number. He asked me to meet him here. I didn't ask him. Is it me? Something I said? 2 months, 3 different men. 3 no-shows. It was enough to shake any woman's confidence. Normally, the first call I made would have been to my best friend, Tegan, but she'd recently gotten engaged and had headed off to Italy to celebrate and meet more of her fiancé, John's family. She deserved uninterrupted time to simply enjoy the experience. Italy. A few months earlier, I wouldn't have been able to imagine either of us going anywhere we couldn't drive to. So much had changed since John Romano had come into Tegan's t-shirt print shop looking for me. My head was still spinning from how different our lives had become. I grew up in a tough suburb of Boston, still had an apartment there a floor above my mother's. I always felt safe in my neighborhood, but everyone I grew up with was one paycheck away from not being able to pay the rent. The area could get a little dicey after dark, but we all looked out for each other. None of them knew that I had my own driver now. A driver. Me. It still felt unreal. I'd only agreed to having one because it was important to my newfound brother, Dominic Corisi, a man who just happened to be richer than God and more than a little paranoid when it came to security. We'd recently discovered that we were related, and were still figuring each other out. I sent a text to my driver. "Mr. Tuttle, you there?" "I'm paid to always be." "Could you come inside?" "Of course." A few minutes later, Mr. Tuttle walked into the shop and looked around until he located me. He removed his hat as he made his way to my table. His salt and pepper hair was short and neatly styled. His suit was immaculate. He had a hired soldier presence about him that made most men take a step back. But the more time I spent with him, the less he intimidated me. I was pretty sure that underneath that dead-eyed stare, he was a big softy. "Is there something you require, Miss Ragsdale?" The truth was, I just didn't want to be alone. "Could you sit with me?" He hesitated. "Is something wrong?" Hands waving in the air, I said, No, what could be?" After clearing his throat, he took the seat across from me. "Would you like me to call someone?" "No, it's nothing serious." I leaned forward and lowered my voice. "I've been stood up again. Steve Werscherlinker, or whatever his last name is, apparently wasn't interested in sharing a coffee with me." Mr. Tuttle lifted and dropped his shoulders without meeting my gaze. "I'm sorry to hear that." I waved my hand again. "It's okay, I mean, what can I do, right?" Mr. Tuttle kept his silence. "I'm usually pretty good with people, but lately I'm second-guessing myself." I brought both of my hands to my temples. "Do you think this is happening because I'm not being honest with people? Do I have liar stamped on my forehead?" It would have been nice if Mr. Tuttle had said no, but I kept going anyway. "I want to be honest. I just don't want to disappoint anyone. My mother is afraid of Dominic. She gets upset if I even mention his name. I promised I'd have nothing to do with him, but how could I keep that promise? He's my brother."